Okay, we have some bonus content because Pete got to do the whole interview and I was like, excuse me, I'm going to talk to Savannah Chrisley too. So I'm going to like rapid fire questions. Some of them will be just like fun, lighthearted, and then I have some meaningful ones, kind of, I think. Okay? All right, so your first one, what is your most recent Netflix binge?
Well, I mean, it's not really Netflix, but For Life.
I haven't seen that.
Oh my gosh, it's so good.
What is it about?
There's a lot of different ones. You know, For Life, it's about this man who was like incarcerated, but he wasn't truly guilty, I guess. Then he ends up becoming an attorney in jail.
Is it real? Is it true story?
Yes, it's based off a true story. It's absolutely amazing. And then there's another one. It's on Apple TV Plus.
Okay.
And it's Home After Dark. It's about this like...
How do you sleep?
I know, I don't. I get very little sleep.
So paranoid.
You have to watch that.
Okay.
It's amazing. It's about this like 11-year-old reporter based off a true story. Greatest thing in the world.
That's crazy. Okay. Do you watch Netflix?
I do.
Okay.
But like...
No,
I don't
not
know.
crazy.
I mean, you know what? I am. There's just so many.
There's so much.
There's so much that you have access to.
It's too many
Exactly.
options.
I do love Netflix. I do. I mean, you know, there is a show. It's called DeMarcus Family Rules, which is great. My dad maybe produced it. It's great.
Yeah.
Their family's amazing. One of our closest family friends. So there's just a lot of stuff
it's
to
too
watch.
Much.
Exactly.
It's overwhelming. Okay, good. We'll have to watch that because we are big true crime people. Okay, so you have a makeup line you just launched last year called Sassy by Savannah. Okay. If you had to only pick one type of makeup, of course, he's like, why am I letting you interview? It can only be like eye, mascara, or face, or lip. What would you pick?
Oh, gosh.
I know.
You know, that's so hard because when you create a makeup line, it's because you really love makeup and you really love caking it on. So, I mean... I don't know. I guess it would be lip because nothing else really goes together well. You know what I mean?
Like, you can't have flawless skin and no eyelashes.
Exactly. Yeah. So I would say lip.
Okay. I'd probably have to pick mascara because I'm blonde and I look like a man without any eye stuff on. Okay. Number 3, weirdest thing a fan has ever done.
Oh, gosh.
I'm gonna fix that for you.
Weirdest thing a fan has ever done. You know, I'm just really weird on, like, I need my personal space. And I have definitely had, like, people come up and try to kiss me and I've been lucky. I haven't had, like, inappropriate things really happen.
Just kissing.
But, I do remember I was at a meet and greet and this guy brought sweatshirts with my face on the entire sweatshirt. And
like on the front?
Like, yeah. And but like, it was on the front, on the back, on the side. Like, he had pictures of me everywhere. And I was...
Weird.
It was a older man and it was just him alone. And it kind of scared me a little bit. And he said he had a lot of them. So I was like, this is really weird. He came around a couple more times. And then I was like, I gotta go.
We're going to wrap this up.
We're going to wrap this one up.
Oh my gosh, that is super weird. Yeah. As if you would wear a sweater with your face on it. Anyways, okay, number 4, and you kind of talked about this with Pete, and I had this question already, but do you feel like, because I would imagine in your shoes, it would be so hard to form like genuine relationships, like friendships, anything with the like surrounding fame, you know? Like, it'd be so hard to be like, do you really want to go to dinner or do you just want to go to dinner because my name's Savannah Chrisley, you know?
Yeah, I will say I've never understood why like actors date or marry actors or like, I've never understood that. I'm like, why does, you know, Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie, like, why do they both have to be together? Yeah. Like, why can't they share it with everyone else? But now I'm like, I understand it because you kind of understand that lifestyle, you know, and you both have kind of the same worries at times. So I do have friends that are kind of like in the industry to where you just know, like nothing's going anywhere. And then the friends I do have, I've either had them for a really long time or it's just people who have proven time and time again, like, I've got your back.
Yeah,
like,
totally.
Like, for instance, Chad. Oh my gosh, I've known Chad for like 5 years, but you cannot get anything out of him. He'll be like, Savannah who?
Right.
And I'm like, okay, we're good.
Yeah, you're good. That's the best type of friend to have for sure. Okay. What would you tell 15-year-old Savannah? Like, looking back at the beginning of this whole journey, knowing what you know now, what would you tell yourself when you were younger?
I think, that's a good one.
It's a hard one.
You got a hard one. Oh my gosh. You know what? I think the biggest thing is that, like, you are worthy. Like, you are worthy of all the greatness that's going to come your way, and you don't have to second guess it. You know,
That's
like,
really good.
It's like, you deserve it.
Yeah.
There's no reason as to
entitled
why.
to it, yeah.
Exactly. Like, you're not entitled to it, but like, you deserve it. There's no reason as to why you shouldn't have all the great things in life.
Yeah. Oh, that's so good. We all could talk to ourselves at 15 and have a pep talk. Best moment of your life so far?
Oh,
I know that's probably hard too.
That is so hard because I've been blessed with a lot of great moments.
Yep.
You know, I like to think probably the best moment of my life would be when, you know, my mom was diagnosed with breast cancer in 2014, and then she underwent double mastectomy, everything. And I think just each year when you hear, like, all right, everything's good, cancer free, that's just the greatest thing you could ever ask for, because, like, she's a saint.
Yeah.
You know, like, I say my dad's my best friend. He just understands me in a different way, but like, life wouldn't be the same without mom. Yeah. You know, so that's definitely.
Health is priceless. We've learned that this year more than ever. Okay. Where do you want to be in 10 years? Like 33-year-old Savannah. That's a cliche question and I hate answering it for myself. But like, I thought about your age and where you are in life, and that 10-year span is kind of very different. Like you're changing life stages.
Well, it's so funny because, like, at my age, my dad already had like 4 kids. You know,
right?
like, he was 23 with like 4 kids, and I thought I would have been like married by now and, you know, maybe on my way to having a kid, whatever. And now I look at my life and I'm like, oh dear God, a kid? Like, no, like, I'm good. But, you know, life, you never know where it's going to take you. For me, I think I like to look at it, and I hope in 10 years I've done more in my career for other people than I've done for myself. And obviously, like, you know, I've got my cosmetic line, Sassy by Savannah, and it is like, that's been a passion of mine for so long, and I'm just so excited, so happy that it's been such a success. But also, I want to take that and I want to give back in some way. And in 10 years, heck, I hope, you know, this past year I had a lot of health stuff with my endometriosis and all of that. So, and, you know, I've had a doctor tell me, like, you need to be done with kids by the time you're 30. So for me, I like start freaking out. Right. But like, heck, in 10 years, I hope I'm like done with kids at that point. And like, I can, you know.
Body's rebounding and everything.
Exactly. So in 10 years, I don't know. I'm just like, you know what? Whatever God has in store for me, I will take. So I know it's the best plan for my life. And hopefully, you know, that includes kids, family, probably a bunch of them. And, you know, my dad, and just spoiling the heck out of them and just kind of living life, because you're not promised tomorrow. So just enjoy what's thrown your way.
That's good. So good. Life's so different now in this era. Like, my grandma did the same thing. She's like, I had 3 girls when I was 25. I'm like, well, hi, I'm Jordyn and I did not. Okay. So I have 2 more questions. This next one, Pete's like, don't ask her that. I know you watch Bachelor. We watch Bachelor. It has beautiful things about it just because it like lets you escape reality.
It makes you feel better about my life.
Makes you feel better, all the things. And it's just entertaining, even though you know what's going to happen. Yeah. If you, not saying you would ever go on The Bachelor, but if you were like, someone's like, hey, we need you to be the Bachelorette, could you do it? Like, could you compartmentalize enough to say, oh yeah, I could totally date like 25 guys and be able to do it in such a way that I keep my mental health?
You know, I don't know, because
it's so hard.
The vain part of me looks at it and I'm like, I've been like, my Instagram following, I'm like, I've been working at this for like 10 years and you people go on a show for like 3 months and you like almost beat my following. Like, this is not fair. So the vain part of me is like, heck yeah, I'd probably do it.
Yeah.
But the realistic part is like, I feel like it is possible to have connections with like more than one person.
Totally.
And that's where it would get really difficult. But also I look at it, and so far I will say the new Bachelor, Matt, he's done, like, he hasn't shied away from his faith and what he stands for. And I mean, granted, he was getting pretty handsy on night 1, but whatever.
I mean.
But you know, I think when you're presented an opportunity like that, and it's easy for me to say because I've been in reality television for, my whole adult life, that if I was presented an opportunity like that, it's like, that's a huge opportunity to stand firm in what you believe in and kind of create a new narrative.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be to where you're sleeping with a bunch of people and you don't have to do these overnight things and you don't have to, you can create a new narrative and you can be a positive role model and influence and kind of show a new way of doing things. So I think it's just what you make of it.
That's good. Yeah, I know I couldn't be on the other side. Like, I couldn't be one of 30 girls dating one guy, but like, that's my man. Like, can you not go up in a helicopter today? Okay.
Exactly.
That's funny. Okay, last one. And you and Pete talked about this, but we ask everybody that we talk to, what do you want to be most known for? Like, at the end of your life, you have tons of successes, but what do you want your kids to know about you? What do you want people to know about you the most?
I think just my heart, because I want people to look at me and not see, I want to do so much good that you forget about the little hiccups that I had.
Yeah.
And I want to be known for being grace-filled and giving people second chances and third chances and just not giving up. Because I feel like there's so many people in life that have been given up on and they just stop.
Yep.
And their growth stops. And I want to be the reason that people grow. I don't want to be the reason that they just stop.
That's so good.
Yeah.
Well, I think you're well on your way to that. And we love you. And thank you for entertaining all the questions that Pete wouldn't ask you in his interview because my questions weren't good enough. But thank you so much. We love you here. And I'm just excited to watch you.
You guys are awesome.
That sounded creepy. I'm excited to watch you, Savannah.
Come on.
All right. Thanks.